Greetings Tarnished, FiOth here, and in this video I'm going to show you the moveset of the Rivers of Blood Katana and how you can get the weapon. Now, this weapon's been highly coveted, there's been a lot of talk about it. It's a very peculiar kind of sword because it draws heavily from your arcane. Arcane being the stat that governs your drops. It is pretty late game loot. You can get to that point if you've reached Leyndell. You can just bypass a couple of segments without fighting, avoiding a couple of encounters, and just go there and grab it. But as you can see in the video that I'm annotating here, it is guarded by an NPC who you will be forced to fight in order to get the sword. And that NPC is no slouch. You see me defeat him easily here, but that's because I had two upgraded Uchi with bleed on them and I just decimated his HP. Let's see what the weapon looks in action. Standard Katana moveset. Dual gripped. This is the simple one. A thrust and swipe when you go for heavies. And two Ichimonjis if you go for vertical heavies. You have your back steps. Nothing crazy about that. When the weapon really becomes unique is in its Ash of War. Now I cannot tell you how harmful this thing is because I have not upgraded or used the weapon this much, and it's simply because I don't have the stats. I'm running a hybrid melee mage build here, and this requires strength, dexterity, and eco-C arcane. And as you can see with the attribute scaling, it won't scale with my strength, but it will scale with my dexterity and my arcane. The blood buildup loss that you see there improves with the upgrading process. The better it becomes, the more buildup it will cause, and it is a split damage between physical and fire, so fire enemies are not gonna be affected by it. Between this and the Moonveil, I would go with the Moonveil most of the time, to tell you the truth, because there are a few fire elemental enemies in this game, and well, having magic is usually more appropriate to fighting them. I will show you the way to get it now. First and foremost, you have to reach Leyndell. You have to defeat the bosses in Leyndell, and you have to use the rolled elevator to get to the Forbidden Lands. Now I have made a vid about how to get to the elevator, and I will stick it at the end of this one so you will know what I am talking about. As you enter the Forbidden Lands after the elevator, you will proceed to the Grand Lift of Rolled. As I said, you use the Grand Lift of Rolled and then you continue to the Forbidden Lands. You will probably grab the Zamor Ruins one first, then you go to Giant's Mountaintop Catacombs if you find them, or just cross the bridge and go to the Ancient Snow Valley Ruins. From here you can proceed straight to Freezing Lake. Now from Freezing Lake you can go to Snow Valley Ruins Overlook, that will lead you to this fort. We don't want that, we want to go towards the Spirit Caller's Cave. Don't even try this if you're low level, it is a freaking nightmare. From here what we want to do is go to the White Ridge Road and not the first Church of Marika. You might want to go here to get the Sacred Tear, but this is not the way we should be going. You go to White Ridge Road, then you go to the Giant's Grave Post. It's a shell hole in here, guys. Everything's trying to eat you alive. And straight to the Church of Repose. Here, as soon as you approach the church, you will be invaded by an NPC. Defeat this NPC and you will have the blade. Before fighting the NPC, a good idea would be to just rush to the Grace, activate it, so you will be safe in case you get killed by the NPC. As soon as you fell them, the sword and mask of the owner of the blade will be yours. I'm gonna show you the mask as well. Give me a sec to find it in this mess that I have created for myself. It's this one, the Okina mask. It states, a wooden mask that depicts an old man baring his teeth, the source of the sobriquet of the great swordman of the land of reeds. Raise dexterity as it lowers focus. The more he's sharpened his mind, the more the absurdities of the world came into stark relief. And so Okina renounced it all and rose to a higher plane. There was only himself, his katana, and its mastery. Before long, Okina became a demon of a swordsman. So that's the guy you're fighting, it's Okina. Lowers the focus meter, but increases your dexterity. It's not that big of a deal. Like, you get 3 dexterity pretty much. It's not that insane. And because I'm already wearing a focus enhancing headpiece, you cannot really see the difference. That is pretty much it. Rivers of Blood, guys. Very impressive to look at. I'd like to give it a go to see how it actually works. This blood magic that's usually hybrid to fire in Elden Ring is something between Sekiro and I'd say the Chaos spells from Dark Souls 3. Interesting stuff. We'll have to experiment with it, see how it works. If you found this useful, guys, sub, like, and share. I'm covering everything in Elden Ring. Until next time, be well, stay frosty, and always strive for perfection. Cheers!